We live in a world where deception can be found everywhere. We're surrounded by liars, and they constantly try to manipulate and control us. They're even present in our homes, where we consider ourselves safer. In such a world, we need to learn how to identify a liar and avoid their deception. The Secret Service is excellent at spotting liars. Their rigorous training teaches them to pick up on the subtle cues that reveal a lie. In this video, I will go over 7 techniques Secret Service agents use. Let's get into it. Number 1, be an empathizer. You may have seen the interrogation scenes in the movies. The cop is yelling or using force to make the suspect talk. In reality, this method fails in 9 out of 10 cases. Let me ask you a question. Who knows most of your secrets? Your parents, your siblings, your friends, or your spouse or girlfriend? According to a study, we're more likely to reveal ourselves to someone who listens to us and is non-judgmental. And being empathetic is one way to do so. To be an empathizer and find out the truth, keep in mind that there is no 100% good or 100% bad in a person. Good people do bad things, and bad people do good things as well. When you're talking to someone and want to know more about them, keep that thinking behind that if the person is lying, he's evil. Shift your focus from what they have done to why they have done that. Listen, everybody lies and they have some good reasons to do it. Do not misunderstand it. I'm not saying that every time you lie, it is justified. I just want you to hate the action, not the person. Remember, if you declare them as bad guys, you'll train them to be better at lying. Number 2, look for the red flags. Let me make it clear with a scenario. You lead a sales team of 5 employees and call for a meeting with the CEO. The CEO reveals that someone is stealing our clients and asks you to find out who is stealing them. You meet every employee one by one and ask them a couple of questions. 4 out of 5 employees remain natural while answering your questions. While the one employee you see, his behavior is a little odd. When he enters the room, he asks how long the meeting will take because he has to make calls. First red flag. While he sits, he is leaning toward the door. If you say he's free to go, he'd be in a rush. Second red flag. When he's asked questions, he gives quick and vague replies. Third red flag. You notice he's being triggered during the meeting, even on the normal questions. Fourth red flag. Based on your observation, you find out that he's lying. You report his behavior and put him under strict observation, and once you have enough proof, you kick him out. So you see, looking for red flags can help you find out whether the person is lying or not. But to identify the red flags, you must be aware of the person's natural behavior. If the person is someone you meet daily, you'd already know their natural responses. If the person is a stranger, ask him questions that everyone feels okay to answer. They can be about anything, like the place you are with them, the weather, their name, and many more. Number 3, keep your emotions out of the conversation. We trust someone based on how they make us feel. That's why we struggle to detect lies from people closest to us. When someone close to us, like a friend or family member, consistently shows support or care, we build a strong emotional bond with them. This bond creates a level of trust, making it harder for us to see when they're not being completely honest. Positive feelings towards someone can lead us to overlook or rationalize suspicious behavior. There's a famous saying that if you love someone, you'd even love their bad deeds. And if you hate someone, you'd even hate their good actions. In such cases, you must keep your emotions out. It can be harder, so try to seek advice from someone who isn't emotionally attached to them. Number 4, don't take it personally. Often we are triggered when we realize someone is lying to us. You may have often heard this question in movies or your everyday life, how dare you lie to me? We tend to see lies as personal attacks or manipulation. Our ego feels injured. When egos are involved, we lose our capacity to read and understand their motives. As I said before, your primary goal shouldn't be to find out what they have done, but rather to understand why they have done it. When you realize that everybody lies, you'd also stop taking it as an attack on your ego. Number 5, gather as much information as possible. To read anyone effectively, you must learn everything you can about the person you're assessing. Who are they? What do they care about? What choices do they make? And what drives those choices? This benefits you in 2 ways. First, you won't make wrong assumptions. Second, your responses will be better to what you discover. One way to do this is to indulge in casual conversation. It will set the baseline and help you determine how they respond to easy questions. Show them you're genuinely interested in knowing them. The good thing, people love to talk about themselves, so let them. Most importantly, always keep your goal in mind. Whatever you want to know, gather intelligence as much as you can. Number 6, be an active listener. The urge to dominate is in human nature. We see it in a conversation too. The common myth is the one who talks more controls the conversation. The opposite is true. The one who is silently listening is the one who controls. Let me give you an example. You may have seen interviews of politicians or celebrities. If you notice, what they're saying is based on what the host has asked from them. The host sits silently and listens. He only opens his mouth when he has to ask a question. And if you observe, he has the power to change the topic of discussion with just a question. He speaks less and listens more. When you're reading people, silence is your friend. People share their secrets with those whom they perceive as friends. When you listen without a non-judgmental attitude, you signal to others that you're a friend, and the truth will come out like water from this balloon. Number 7, find their baseline. Body language is a crucial factor in reading people. A lot of people believe that liars don't make eye contact. This is nothing but a myth. The reality is that body language responses vary. Some avoid looking directly into your eyes. Some won't look anywhere else. Some will scratch their heads, others might clasp their hands. In such cases, you need to observe their body language while they're in their comfort zones. Make them comfortable and note the even minute details. Then, ask the questions you're looking for answers to. By the way, if you want to level up in life, don't forget to share some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Until next time.